Nobody expected this. 12 months ago, the Houston Texans were written off as another rebuilding team. Today, they look like one of the most dangerous risers in the entire AFC. The sudden jump is shocking. The speed of it even more. This is not hype. This is a real shift that could change how everyone views the Texans going forward. At the center of it all is CJ Stroud. He is not playing like a second-year quarterback. He is playing like a steady hand who controls every snap. In preseason, he looked sharp, accurate, and calm, like the game was moving at his pace. That kind of command is rare, and it gives Houston something they have not had in years: stability under center. Then comes Nick Chubb. His return to action ended any doubt about whether he still has juice left. On just a few carries, he reminded defenses that he can still lower his shoulder, push through tackles, and change the tone of a drive. With Chubb back, Houston has balance between the pass and the run that makes them unpredictable. This is the combination that flips the script on the Texans. A young quarterback who doesn't panic and a veteran back who can punish defenses give this team a core that demands attention. It feels different. It feels real. But the biggest twist, this whole rise starts with a unit nobody saw coming: the offensive line. And that's where the story goes next. For years, the Texans' offensive line was the weak spot that held them back. Now, it looks like the very thing that might carry them forward. The shift is so dramatic that it feels like an entirely new identity has been built in the trenches. Opponents who used to target this line are now running into a wall. CJ Stroud is no longer running for his life. He is standing tall in the pocket, reading the field, and letting plays develop. That protection has changed the way Houston's offense functions. Instead of scrambling to survive, they are dictating tempo and forcing defenses to react. The run game benefits just as much. Lanes are opening where there used to be nothing. Nick Chubb doesn't need miracles, he just needs daylight, and the line is giving it to him. Those early gains on the ground set up the rest of the playbook, making everything look smoother and sharper. What makes this even more surprising is the names doing it. Players that most fans outside Houston didn't even know are now holding their ground and moving defenders. It's not about stars, it's about a group playing as one, and that's what makes it dangerous. This turnaround in the trenches doesn't just improve the offense, it redefines it. And the system built on top of the strength is what makes Houston even harder to prepare for. That system is the next part of the story. The Texans' offense doesn't feel random anymore. Every snap looks like it has a plan behind it. The coaches have built a system that keeps defenses guessing from the first play to the last. It's not about flashy tricks, it's about rhythm, patience, and striking at the right moment. First down is where it starts. Simple inside runs set the tone and force defenses to respect the ground game. Once that respect is there, the quick passing game opens up, moving the chains and keeping the drive alive. It looks basic, but it keeps defenses from settling into any comfort zone. Then comes the surprise element. Screens are timed perfectly, turning a safe play into a big gain. If a defense begins to creep forward, the play action fires right over the top, punishing them for being too aggressive. The Texans have found a way to punish every mistake. The strength of this plan is how calm it feels. Drives don't look rushed, yet they still carry weight. The offense moves with balance, and every piece, from the line to the receivers, is in sync. That kind of flow is what keeps opponents on edge. But all of this only works because of one thing: the quarterback has full control of the beat. CJ Stroud's leadership is what turns this blueprint into a weapon, and that is where the story goes next. Don't forget to subscribe to Redone Report for more powerful NFL stories. CJ Stroud isn't just playing quarterback, he's controlling every detail of the offense. The way he carries himself on the field makes it clear that he sets the pace, not the defense. That confidence changes how the Texans attack and how opponents have to respond. Before the ball is even snapped, Stroud is already shaping the play. He shifts protections, makes adjustments, and sets his receivers up for success. Defenders may think they know what's coming, but he changes the look in seconds. That calm control gives Houston an edge most young quarterbacks never find this early. The results show up in how his weapons are used. Nico Collins is finding space on the inside. Christian Kirk brings polish to the route tree. Rookie Jaden Higgins stretches the field while Dalton Schultz and Cade Stover move the chains with steady catches. Each piece clicks because the quarterback keeps everything in rhythm. What makes Stroud dangerous is not just the big throws, it's how he turns small plays into steady gains. A quick pass here, a timing throw there, and suddenly a simple drive becomes a long march down the field. By the fourth quarter, defenses are worn out from chasing perfection. This level of command is rare for a quarterback this early in his career, and now the front office has given him another weapon that could make the red zone even more dangerous. That's the next chapter in Houston's rise. The Texans didn't just rely on development. They made a bold move that could change the way they finish drives. The trade for Harrison Bryant looks small on paper, but it speaks volumes about how serious this team is about contending. It's the kind of move that doesn't grab headlines right away, but pays off when it matters most. Bryant brings toughness and experience to the tight end group. He can block in traffic, hold his ground on the edge, and still slip out into open space when defenses relax. That mix of skills makes him perfect for short yardage and red zone situations where every inch counts. The ripple effect is huge. Dalton Schultz remains the primary option, Kate Stover continues to grow, and now Bryant slides in as the reliable third piece. Defenses no longer know what's coming when the Texans line up heavy. They could run it straight, fake it, or leak Bryant into the flat for an easy 6. This also shows the front office's vision. They're not chasing flashy names, they're adding players who fit the system. By giving Stroud one more tool in the red zone, Houston has quietly solved a problem that has stalled drives in the past. The best part? This wasn't the only under-the-radar move that changed the roster. The Texans also found a new force in the trenches, and his breakout is the next piece of the story. Every strong offense needs muscle inside, and the Texans may have just found theirs. Ed Ingram's arrival didn't make national headlines, but his play has forced everyone to take notice. He's not just filling a spot, he's changing the standard for Houston's offensive line. His preseason numbers tell the story. He held his ground in pass protection, keeping the pocket clean, and his run blocking pushed defenders off the line. For a unit that once struggled to win at the snap, his impact is massive. It's the kind of presence that makes the rest of the group look stronger. What stands out is his balance. He plays with power, but he also stays calm when the pocket gets crowded. That mix makes it harder for defenders to create chaos. With him on the right side, Houston's line looks more stable and more confident. The ripple effect goes beyond blocking. A stronger interior means the Texans can call plays with more freedom. The run game can hit harder, play action becomes more dangerous, and Stroud gets extra time to find his receivers. Everything on offense benefits when the trenches are this steady. But this new security up front also raises a new debate: how the roster should be built around it. And the toughest choices may come in the wide receiver room, where competition is heating up for the final spot. The Texans don't just have depth at quarterback and running back, their wide receiver room is also stacked. The core pieces are already locked in with Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel, and Xavier Hutchinson. Each one brings a different strength, giving Stroud plenty of options every drive. But there's one spot left, and that final seat could shape the roster in a big way. It comes down to two names: Braxton Berrios and Justin Watson. Both fit, both have value, but only one can stay if Houston keeps the number at 6 receivers. Berrios gives the Texans something special teams can't ignore. His return skills flip field position and add a hidden weapon outside of the offense. He also provides quick game speed that can break a defense on short throws. Watson, on the other hand, brings size and timing that matter in the red zone and on critical downs. He's the veteran who knows how to win late in routes and provide a reliable target when the game is tight. His trust factor is hard to measure, but easy to see on the field. The decision is bigger than just one player. Keeping 7 wideouts would add flexibility but force cuts at other positions. Holding at 6 protects depth elsewhere. Whichever way the staff leans, it tells us how they see the balance of this roster heading into Week 1. The biggest difference in Houston may not even be on offense. It's the defense that is starting to look like the group that can win close games. This unit doesn't rely on 1 or 2 stars. It wins by throwing fresh waves of players at opponents from start to finish. Against Carolina, the Houston Texans showed exactly what this group can do. They held the Panthers to 1 on 10 on third down and under 4 yards per play. 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, and pressure from every angle prove that this defense is deeper than people realize. Will Anderson Jr. headlines the pass rush, but he's not alone. Veterans like Danico Autry, Derek Bennett, and Sheldon Rankins rotate in to keep the front line fresh. Behind them, linebackers like EJ Speed and Henry 2-0 fly around, while rookies are stepping in without missing a beat. The secondary plays its part too. They're disciplined, smart, and don't give up easy throws. That balance between the front and back end makes it hard for offenses to find any rhythm. Instead of bending late in games, Houston is shutting the door. This is why the Texans suddenly feel like a true AFC contender. They have an offense that can score in different ways and a defense that can close when it matters most. The only question left is how high this team can climb when the real games begin. Blessings to all my Red Zone Report subscriber family. Your support means everything. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and I'll catch you in the next one.